In this lesson, we are going to discuss how to work with different Python projects which have potentially conflicting library and package requirements, and we're going to solve this problem using virtual Python environments. So what is a virtual Python environment? Well, it's a method for creating isolated environments for Python packages. Consider, for example, the following issue. You have one project that requires TensorFlow version 1.13 and another project which requires TensorFlow 1.10. How can you have both of them run on the same device? Well, one option is to uninstall and then reinstall TensorFlow 1.10 when you want to use project B, and then 1.13 when you want to use project A. Well, that's tedious and complicated and error prone. A better solution is to create a virtual Python environment for project A, which has TensorFlow 1.13, and another virtual Python environment for project B, which has TensorFlow 1.10. And you can easily switch between one and the other, and you don't have to do any complicated reinstallation. The basic steps for using a virtual Python environment are that first you create one, then you activate it. You can then install whatever packages you need for the specific project or application you're looking to do. Then you run this project in the virtual environment. And when you're finished, if you'd like, you can deactivate this environment and switch back to another one. Our first step is going to be to create a directory where we are going to hold all of our environment files. So I'm going to go to desktop and I'm going to make a directory called PyEnvironment for project X. Once we've created that folder, we go to that folder, and then depending on which Python version you have, you'll run a different command to create the actual virtual environment. But assuming that you have Python 3, you will run python -m venv and then the name of the environment. -m refers to the module name, which is venv, and then the environment's name is env. So while the environment's being created, note that the actual folder structure will differ depending on your operating system. In order to actually use the environment, it has to be first activated. These environments are sort of active in the sense that you're in them or you're not. So let's go to scripts and then run the activate script. Notice the env decoration on the left. That shows us that we're in the environment. So now everything I do will be in this environment. So when I do pip install numpy, thus installing the latest numpy, if you have another environment with numpy, with a different version of numpy, then you can preserve that previous version. This can come very handy when one project requires TensorFlow 1.13 and another one requires TensorFlow 1.12 and a third one some other version. So just to show you that numpy is working in this environment, and we can import it. Now I'm going to go to the physical environment, not the virtual one that we created, and I'm going to try to import numpy, and because I've never installed it, you can see that our environment indeed works. Next up, we are going to discuss the basic concepts of assessing a machine learning model. See you in the next lesson.